Right, we are back here again to talk about Dwayne Johnson today, The Rock,
The Rock, the Big Rock,
the big rock.
the
Yeah,
guy who came who who started his career as a professional football player, American football to be
NFL.
precise for our European viewers. Um, uh,
I think
became,
he's also voted the most like male actor in the whole world or something like that.
I mean, he's there is it's hard to dislike him. At least I find it hard to dislike him. I guess there are some characters out there, people out there who that these people might divide society. Let's say
Yeah,
that they might cause some group of people to dislike him and or her, um, and then there is the like the rest who like them, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. Indeed,
so
he
I guess
last.
because at the same time it's interesting because you can say that The Rock doesn't have a character, and very often when someone is you know likable by everyone or almost everyone,
Mm,
sometimes there is like a lack of character that someone is just neutral, I would say.
mm,
And definitely you can say that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is neutral.
yeah.
He's definitely a character. So it's a great success on his side that he's still very likable.
Yeah, it is last year that he got voted the most likable person in the world. So, yeah, amazing achievement. So, but obviously, when people think about, I think The Rock or Dwayne Johnson, it's the dedication, the muscles that he has built himself, the hard work. He has his own I think it's alcohol business that people, if they don't know, so yeah, he has a business that he's building on foams, etc. So it's pretty amazing what he has managed to achieve, and hopefully today we can unpack some of the his story, some of his approach, and then what we can all learn from to become to extract a bit of success essence from him, and then we can learn and grow ourselves too. So should be a fun episode to talk about someone you like.
I feel like The Rock is the perfect example that uh, is encountered to the common belief that when someone is like a big pile of muscles,
Yeah,
they don't have much of like brain muscles.
yeah,
So I would say that Dwayne Johnson is tremendously intelligent man because
mm,
he managed to go from um, just playing football and playing football is not healthy for your for your brain.
mm,
Then going to wrestling, which I suppose isn't healthy for your brain either. Um, to becoming like the highest paid actor in Hollywood,
mm,
and also like great entrepreneur. Like he's not devoted only to acting. Like of course, probably acting and his movie salaries are his biggest income source of income. However, uh, I know that for example he has like a brand of tequila. He has a clothing line with Under Armour,
mm.
so definitely he's he has his head on his shoulders,
Yeah,
as they say.
yeah, exactly. We got a few little quotes that we as I saw that you have put some in there, and I was looking at some as well. So shall we go through a few of them that you find interesting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to go with with one that actually we didn't
As-
we didn't talk about it much.
yeah.
Maybe we talked about this perspective, but from like the opposite angle, I would say. So life is anything but predictable, you know. So when I'm thinking about this quote, on one hand, I want to agree with it, but on the other hand, I'm thinking about Grant Cardone and his like ownership principle, I would say, you know, that the fact that, you know, Grant Cardone mentality assumes that you are in control of the word of everything that happens in your life, right?
Mm,
uh, which would assume that, you know, it's predictable, you are in control, so if you are in control, then you can predict your life, right?
mm,
But and here we have Dwayne Johnson, who says something like, "Yeah, life is anything but predictable," and
mm.
it kind of resonates with what Toto Wolf
Total Wolf.
said, another person who we discussed. I'm not sure whether we discussed it in the episode, but I read like an interview with him, and he said something about when he was asked about how he came to such a great success in his life. He said something about just, you know, letting things come naturally in your life, like working hard, being patient, and kind of, you know, allowing things to come your way instead of just pushing for them, let's say.
Mm,
So that was interesting when it comes
yeah.
to his take on, let's say, life and how the life takes on its course.
Mm. Sounds good. There's another one that I saw that you put up later, but we will get there because I like that one too. But I'll leave that till later. The one that I've got that I think is quite a good one to talk about is this. He says, "Ain't nothing like a good cry." And I think what I like about Dwayne Johnson is that he is very masculine on his physique, but
Hmm.
he didn't lose touch with the feminine energy of his inside his soul and spirit is what I feel like. Because a lot of guys would be like, you got to be egoistic, you got to be tough, like you can't cry, they don't talk about them crying. But Dwayne Johnson is not that kind of a person, and I think that's why he can connect so well with people, because he can show his fans, his audience, people that I'm still a human. I am a big massive guy, that's right, but I'm not that macho person. I still like a good cry because it feels great. You know, I can get my emotions out of my system and it's great. So I really like this because I know it sounds really simple, it sounds really stupid, but it's true because like even sometimes we have tough times, you know, you have hard times, I have tough times, and it's great to just like let the emotions cry it out and then nothing can sort of stop you anymore because you just face it, you shine those lights into that darkness and then it just disappears. So I feel like, you know, when messages like this, if it comes from someone like, I don't know, a random people, then you might go, oh, it's like, you know, oh, this guy is just being weak, being whatever, blah blah blah. But actually I think there's a lot of courage in facing your own emotions, your own fears, and actually trying to sort it out rather than run away from it, which I think a lot of young, especially male nowadays, they just try to be like, you know, like puffed up and do all this sort of like weird egoistic things, just to make themselves feel good in the eyes of other people. But actually real strength and masculinity, I think, comes from facing the weak side of you as well and be willing to do something about it, and more importantly, admit it. So I really like this. Like, ain't nothing like a good cry. It's like, yeah, I agree because, you know, being a crybaby, it's fine. It's not a problem. As long as you don't
Like,
stay in that state, I guess.
I agree, and at the same time, I sometimes I regret that I don't have this I don't know, this ability in me to
Cry.
vent it out by crying. Like, in my, like, the thing is that before I turned 18, so before I became legally an adult,
Mm.
I cried quite a lot, to be honest. But but when but since I was 18, if I'm not wrong, I genuinely cried maybe 2 times,
Oh, really?
and 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 something, extremely bad happened in my life at that time, that that made me cry. So,
Mm.
um, sometimes I would like to cry when it's really hard for me, because I know that it would
You're
clear
better.
me out quickly. Uh, Sometimes I wish I cry when it comes to like joyful tears.
Mm.
So I had this, uh, so I've been to two concerts that this year that made me like tickle inside, and I felt like, oh, I'm about to cry, but it
Mm.
didn't happen. So
Yeah.
so maybe I'm a bit broken, let's say. But yeah, but overall I agree. I guess there is nothing wrong with crying, but at the
No.
same time, uh, I'm not sure. No, actually, I'm 100% sure that it's not good to cry in front of someone else. I mean, if you cry in front of your, I don't know, parents, your partner, your friends, that's fine, because like these are the closest people to you, right? So it's fine to show your weakness in front of them. But if you start randomly crying in front of your, I don't know, coworkers, your
Yeah,
boss, or
maybe. Yeah,
whatever,
maybe not.
not that's not a good sign. So
No.
uh like if you are about to cry in front of your coworker or boss, just hold it really tight, and just
Mm.
just go somewhere and
Go
and
somewhere.
and cry it out somewhere else, not in
Yeah.
front of them,
I think it's.
because
I think the important thing is it's a good cry. It's not just random cry. It's a
yeah,
good one. Yeah, do it a good one. So.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
uh I've learned never to say never.
Ah, interesting.
I partially agree with that. I feel like when you are on the, let's say, on the beginning of your journey, whatever it is, whether it's your sport journey, whether it's your entrepreneurial journey, whether it's your journey in some kind of a company, corporation, um yeah, never say never, I would say. um Never be a yes man, I would even say. Be a yes man. Say, okay, I will do it, I will try it, I will, but maybe I'm referring to something else right now. But never say never. So also, it's about changing your opinion,
Mm.
you're making your mind like, never say that you will, I don't know, never say you will never do a bungee jumping, something like that. Like, maybe it will change in your life. Or maybe never say that you will never move out from where you live right now, because the whereabouts in your life might make you change your situation. So I guess it connects with this thing about life is anything but predictable.
Predictable.
So life is so unpredictable that you cannot say that you will never do something, because sometimes the the conditions, the occurrences are so strange, that, and you would never assume them to happen. and then you will have to do what you stated you would never do.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, this is a very good one as well, because another one that I picked up is this. I said, well, not I said, but he said, I learned a long time ago how to be coachable. And this is kind of similar to what you just mentioned. It's like, actually, it's about having an open mindset to become coachable, which means you're open to new ideas, open to explore something that you may not have tried before. And don't turn things down just because it is not a good idea based on your past experience or based on what you think it is. And just be, I know he used the word coachable, but not quite literal in terms of like getting a coach to coach you. I don't think it's that, but it's just being having an open mindset to welcome any new thoughts that may not be in your awareness right at this stage, and don't be too quick to say, nah, this is not for me, or just push it away. um and I think that is very important because, like you said, life is anything but predictable, because you don't know what doors it may open you up to, and then you might just meet some people, and then those people bring you to meet some new people, and then opportunities happen from that point onwards. So I think this is some kind of his living motto as well, which is like, you know what, he's just kind of enjoying life, going out to meet people, not really having much expectations, try things out a little. That's how he went from being, like you said, a American football NFL player, gone into WW, what was WWF, I think, and then now
WWE.
WWE, now
WWE.
WWE.
WWF is a World Wildlife
World
Foundation.
Wildlife, yeah, Foundation, yeah, WWE. Oh my God, how did I get that wrong? WWE, and then now he's the world's one of the world's most highest paid actor, and then he's the most likable person in the world. So it's like, how do you go from an athlete into someone like that? Is quite amazing. And then now being, with Kevin Hart, do a lot of like comedy shows. He's just having lots of fun. So I think that is what people, for me, this is quite a good thing, because you're just here for a short period of time, so just enjoy the journey and have some fun. It's okay. So I really like that. Right.
100% agree with you.
Mm.
Um, so we are getting close to the
20-minute
end of
mark.
our show for tonight. So
One more
let me
each.
pick something that will follow
Yeah.
up to our last episode.
I think,
Not
yeah.
only do I think being nice and kind is easy, but being kind, in my opinion, is important. You know
Mm.
what? Uh, Maybe it's not a good thing that I picked it up, because actually we said everything about being kind last week, so I don't have anything more to say about it. I will pick another one, and it will be, I have never gone wrong trusting my gut. And I want to say, just to stir it up in our pot of discussion,
Mm.
I don't agree with that. I mean, like, you should never base all your judgments. Um, you should never base your judgments on your gut all the time, because trusting your gut might get you in the wrong place. Like, I feel that there are many situations in life when cold analysis, logic is way better um, tool approach to make a decision,
Mm.
instead of just trusting your gut. Because if you keep on trusting your gut, you will make decisions in your life immediately, maybe too soon. You will rush your decisions, and it might be tremendous in consequences for you.
Mm.
So so definitely, there are things in life that you can definitely trust your gut. I don't know, maybe I would say uh, things related to relationships with people. Maybe you should trust your gut and do as your inner feeling tells you. But when it comes to business decisions, okay, gut feeling is important, but at the
Mm.
same time, logic and cold analysis is extremely important as well.
Yeah, I guess it's also, when we just what we just talked about, like it's also part of your mindset and mentality on how you navigate this as well. Because oh, he had just disappeared. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, I think, just to finish off is, it's really part of what how you appreciate and how you view the mindset as well, because you might trust your gut, you might do something, it might not turn out, but if you see it as part of the journey, part of having fun, then there's not going to be such thing as wrong. But I'd agree in that you got to have some form of logic, but not over analysis on whatever you're doing, especially when it comes to things that, you know like what you just mentioned, like relationship, those things that do need some emotions. Sometimes you can't just be all in the brain. You gotta trust your gut to make the move, to be with the right person. Those things takes a bit of courage, and that courage can only come from the gut. So yeah, are you back here?
Yeah, I'm back here. Sorry, I clicked something on my keyboard that logged me out. So sorry for that.
That's fine. That's fine. I just thought, oh, why you have disappeared?
Okay,
Cool.
that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for listening, for joining us for our discussion when it comes to our discussion on the wisdom mindset of Dwayne Johnson, D Rock, the most
One and
famous,
only.
the highest paid actor in Hollywood in
Yeah,
2022.
lots we can learn. Cool. That's it. See you all next week.